Hi YouTube, Tamara here, and we are getting further into this whole NaNoPrep process. So I wanted to talk to you, oh my dear pantsers, about mind mapping and how you can use a mind map in order to write up your stuff. So let's get started. We're going to do that thing again where I show you my screen and I have my little face over here in the corner because that seems to be useful. So we have Scrivener already open. We're at the novella B, and here's what we have. So this is for that novella that I was telling you about. Novella is usually 17 to 45,000 words. This one's probably going to be more around 20. We have a protagonist with no name. She lives in the mid-20s. She's from a small town. She's always lived here. However, in my writing, she hasn't always lived here. Things changed, and it's fine. Totally fine. We also have met the antagonist as I've been writing, and we have met the auntie, and she has a name now, though I haven't updated this information with. So what we're doing is we're looking at the very quick character outlines that I did. So from this, we realize that there is a protagonist, and she has an aunt. There's an antagonist. There's at least two important places: the bookstore and the town itself. And sometimes towns can be written as characters because they become so important in the narrative of the story that they become to take a life of their own. And I think that a with stories that are set in small towns, that kind of happens a lot. Or if it's like kind of big iconic towns or cities, then the area itself begins to bring so much into the fabric of the story. So, but let's continue on. So, what I wanted to talk to you today was about creating a mind map. Mind maps are fun. I have so many tabs open, and but this one only has a few. There's two other. My boyfriend makes so much fun of me. I forgot to sign in first, so let me go ahead and do that. Maybe if it'll let me. All right. So this is my Canva. If you haven't used Canva before, it is a free, basically editing software to create memes and ads and stuff like that. A lot of people use Canva in conjunction with PicMonkey. Canva right now is totally free. PicMonkey does have a monthly cost of $4.99 in order to use their services. So I wanted to show you something free, and let me see, what was it? Yes, canva.com/graphs/mindmaps. Really? Okay. Start designing map. Create a mind map and do something with your life. Become more than just you. More than you drinking this bomb coffee. Gee, I don't know why everything's taking so long to load. Maybe it's because there's 50 other tabs open. And I am the actual worst. So how you doing today? How's things going? It's day 6 of NaNoPrep. So how's your writing? How's that going? I'm behind, but today I plan on getting totes unbehind. 23-second guide to beautiful design in Canva. No thank you. I don't want to do that. If you look over here, there are different mind maps that you could choose from. And some of them are more extensive than the others. You'll also notice that at the bottom right it says free. Some of them will say $1, which means if you want to use it and keep a copy of it, it's $1. Um, I always use free because I'm that kind of chick. I don't really want to invest money in as many things as possible because I'm cheap. All right, so what I look for is something that is basically simple, like this. So this has, so when you look at this, we already have words and stuff here, but we're going to delete these words and add our own. And we also would be able to add on more description if we wanted to, like over here on the side. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Am I able to close this out? No. Great. All right. So the situation that we're going to start with is the grudge between the pro tag and, well, let's just say woman and male. They still don't have names. The auntie has a name, but they haven't found their names yet. So when I am thinking about this situation of this grudge, since it happened in the past, I want to know, one, when did it start? And this started during grade school. What sort of things happened? He picked on her. Okay, the next one. So I'm clicking on each little thing, deleting what it says, and then writing in my own she blue blue. So he picked on her. She got him in trouble. This is the grade school issues, right? And you can move this up and down. You can also, you should also be able to double this. Alright, so she got him in trouble, and they were not nice to each other. Okay, that was in grade school. How did grade school change from high school? In high school, one of those cheesy things happened. You know how they say, the boy who picks on you, he likes you. Well, that is going to be the case here. It's because they dated in high school. And everyone was shocked by them dating. However, he has some, this isn't very cozy, but oh well, he has some latent racism. He didn't think that she was getting into the school that she was qualified for because of her qualifications. He thought it was because of affirmative action. Just, that's an actual conversation I had with someone during my undergrad. Fun. So, he didn't believe in her intelligence, basically. Whoa. There we go. Move this back up because that's not what I wanted. Hey, I'm trying to touch this other thing here. There you go. He started seeing other girls, and she she started studying 100% because she wanted to get him out of the way and pretend as though everything was fine and like she wasn't absolutely horrified and very sad. So I made a copy of this one because I want to put out here, he dated girls his parents approved of. Can I not spell parents? Nope, sure can't. Sure can't. Oh, this isn't. Or oron.com. Silly rabbit. This is Novella B. Alright. So another aspect. So we have what happened during grade school. We have what happened during high school. Now we're going to look at what happened during college. And this is all to say that these things may not come up current day. Like the past may come up a little bit here and there, but it might not be a main focus. It might just be underlying backstory. And sometimes it's important for you to know that backstory, even if your audience doesn't. So let's look at college. They go to separate colleges. And I spelled college wrong. I'll fix it later. He attends local school. Mediocre grades. Because he was kind of a mediocre person, intelligence-wise. He just wasn't that smart. But he wanted to blame his lack of achievements on his girlfriend because he was jealous of her. We've heard this story before. But not in the way I'm going to tell it. And she does very well in a mid-level school because they are in West Virginia and they don't have the funding for her to go to a top tier academy. It just doesn't make sense. And I don't want to put it that out of the realm of reality. I want to make things more reality based because there's going to be enough odd and fantastical things that are going to happen that everything else should be reality. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Okay. Now let's look at current day. Oh, one other thing. They didn't have contact during college. Alright. Now, current day. She doesn't trust him. He comes to her for help. She also doesn't trust her instincts around him. She wants to know his actual motives. Just as a side note, Auntie has always liked him and thinks he's a good boy. All right. So with the grudge, this is what we have. This gives a definition of the mind map. This is the mind map of the grudge to main characters. Okay, so this here, lets us know a few different things. And this is a very popular trope. And, popular tropes definitely happen. They happen all the time. What makes them interesting is how you take that popular trope and change it. So we have boy meets girl in grade school. He's mean to her. In high school, it flourishes. They start to date. He becomes jealous of her and her intelligence, and he realizes he lacks intelligence on her scale, and he begins to date girls that makes him feel better about himself. So she decides that she doesn't want anything to do with him, and they go to separate colleges, and now she's back and he is too, and he's asking her for help. What I find interesting is that, okay, so we have this mind map here. You could take any of these separate points and create a mind map from that, or you could create more points from those points. So let's say, like, the point of he dated girls that his parents approved of. What does that mean? And is he still doing that in present day? And are his parents still alive? We could go from there and create a whole different mind map just about him and his life, because we haven't really discussed him at all. We could also talk about, let's say, how her auntie approved of him. Why did auntie approve of him? What was different about this boy that made auntie approve? Does he have some type of latent psychic abilities that no one's aware of except for auntie? Is it because she is friends with his grandma and there becomes a new character and something interesting happens there?
You can do this. You can go up to File,
with his exes, does one of his exes come in and create an issue or a complication? So with mind maps, you can do these with characters, you can do these with the plot. You can create a mind map that's based around the scenery or the set of the story and how different plot points happen in, let's say, the public library. If the public library was a main place, what plot points happen in the public library? You could create a mind map that would assess your timeline so that you can keep your timeline in check. So there's a great many ways to use mind maps, and I just think they are absolutely wonderful. Like I said, I use Canva because I'm used to using this program. I'll leave a couple of other links in the description so that you can have some other options if you so desire. Wow, 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 wow.
What? Drag that down. Drag that down. Also, hit the OK button for you. All right, that's
time.
In there. You
can and what's fun is that I can upload this to my Scrivener.
Subscribe button there.
What's fun is I can upload this to my Scrivener, and then I'll have that on hand. And first, I went into my Scrivener document and I created just a new doc so that my mind map would have a place to go. Next, I went to my files and I found the mind map. I gave it a little click and I gave it a little copy, Control C. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And then I went back to that document and I did another Control V to paste it onto the new document. I changed the name, and there it was. Um, for some reason the recording went out on this part, so I'm just giving it to you post Tamara style. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a longer video than normal. Let me know in the comments if you appreciate videos that are this long that are tutorials. Click like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. I put out videos about writing in books because that's what I love, and be sure to come hang out on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Diana Gunn and I. We're going to be doing some write-ins for NaNoPrep. So I will see y'all then. Thanks for watching. Bye.